Liquid versus Gaming Gladiators, a matchup that seems to be fated to repeat time and time again.
So a lot of emphasis for me is on Mickey on this monkey. How does he pop off? And that last pick, Visage, can you get on the backline on these weak supports in the line and the Skywrath and just take it to him with the birds plus some Sleight of Fist and a Boundless Strike? These two supports for gaming are very susceptible, and I guess so is Dyrachyo, as some Soul Assumption will claim his soul and assume it. They don't pull ahead on the levels in Liquid and can punish you even harder. And early gate rotation from Celery. He will dodge Roshan in the nick of time. He does not have boots for this play.
They're going to go on to Tofu here right as the rotation is coming from the Lion. Is he going to get here in time? They get the Jingu stacks. He's already used the Boundless Strike, and he can't really go toe-to-toe against the Broodmother. That's just too much sustain. Celery, he's closing in. The Blood Grenade, it lands, slows him down, and Mickey is dead.
It didn't drop Tombstone for that off the Mango.
And Insania, three-man decay. Ooh. Never mind. He's very, very healthy. I mean, if I was Liquid
bit on the
before this tournament started, I would have been studying Gaming Gladiators replays like they were my finals.
Well, you heard Insania talking about watching them all.
Hex in his stun, Rolling Thunder. Swashbuckle isn't quite enough. He gets off the slide. The two-man's chains, and Nisha turns it around. He gets the kill on Celery, and Quinn is going to get run down as well here. Double pickup for Nisha off of a big turnaround. Mickey knows how important that was. Tips Nisha for the play.
I think that was a window where Liquid, ideally, they get that fight going, because now you're giving the space to Ace to come in from the back. This is debilitating for Insania.
Dying so quickly. They're going to deal with the Tombstone first. It actually saves Insania's life. Not that Ace is too sad about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's Dire Catapult up now, and you gave a lot of the river control to Game.
Kill on Nisha even better. They burst him. Oh, Liquid, things falling apart after a really good start in the laning phase. They may just lose their mid tower for this go.
Like, what's your catch look like on the Brood? What does your catch look like on the Slark? It's not amazing. You can kind of run at them and force them out of areas. It's just they're going to farm their way back, and you're not building a huge lead here, which is what Liquid
go for Quinn.
Right,
if they have the telekinesis, maybe, but at the same time, the Visage is going to die. A big Boundless Strike goes out, tries to follow it up with the Wukong's command, but there was no follow-up. Disables. The Pango is going to die, though. A core-for-core trade-off. Nisha's going to push for more. Chasing after Tofu, should be able to get that kill. No, Dyrachyo is fighting in the middle of all these heroes. A Finger of Death put on to Boxy, and Dyrachyo will use his Shadow Dance to make sure they get a support in return. Trade for trade. Celery, a desperate TP away. That doesn't work. The Visage Familiars land in time. A third kill goes the way of Liquid.
I also think Liquid are pretty happy with that exchange. Single target supports that kind of need individual items. I mean, you have a Pavis for Tofu who's going solar.
So there's going to be some crazy back and forth in these team fights, and it's all going to come down to who's clicking their spells faster sometimes.
Or maybe which carry can stand in the fight longer between this monkey and the Brood. They're going to try and burst him. No save online yet. And they'll claim an Aegis.
Okay, free Aegis, or is it free? Are they going to be able to catch up to anybody? It looks like Celery may be in trouble here.
Yeah, those birds are so fast with the drum.
Now they are going to be able to clean through the Visage super quickly. Celery doesn't even die for that one. Mickey's back into play. Wukong's command goes out. Quinn getting off the Rolling Thunder here, and Ace can't really be touched. Once he's got his BKB up, Gaming Gladiators have the advantage, and they know it too. They're going to keep chasing after the heroes.
Double kill off the slide.
Shouldn't have gone for it. Both supports will die here. Nisha and Mickey will stay up. Only reason this fight was at all okay.
When you have saves, HP becomes better.
Yeah.
Because it frees up more time for your saves to go to work. This is not a lot of HP on the monkey. Something goes wrong, it's going to go very wrong.
Yeah, this is Liquid definitely operating on the edge of a knife here, and their smoke is going to break as the Slark moves on forward here. Quinn gets the roll-off, Rolling Thunder off, but Boxy stole it. A big steal because now he's stunned up Dyrachyo, who has to use the Shadow Dance to protect himself, but he's going to be stunned over and over and over again. If he could have changed it, it would have been beautiful. The Nisha jumps away to his Ember Spirit as he was hexed up at the time, but he managed to get away. Oh, he got a slight change onto Dyrachyo, who's still low and doesn't have that save anymore. He needs the regen to go out. Mystic Flare going to be tanked up by Boxy as the squishy Monkey King is kept alive through the assault of the supports, and they're going to clean up here. They're going to be able to get both of the supports killed and still might be able to get more. Quinn roll up, but this time doesn't have a Rolling Thunder, and he's going to die to physical damage. Dyrachyo's dead, and Ace is joined into a fight he can't win. 5-0. Liquid was beginning to lose a little bit of control of this game, but a beautiful team fight turns it all around.
Really nice Delta split by Gaming here to kite out this Wukong. Basically yielded nothing for Mickey. I thought at this point maybe it looks a little sketch, but another two-man chains from Nisha, another Remnant in, and then Boxy, not only does he get the Impale Steal, he tanks the Skywrath to help Mickey out, and at this point you're just trying to catch anybody you can. A nice turn attempt that it does not go Gaiman's way. Another Rolling Thunder fight.
Quinn gets off the Rolling Thunder. A chain stun. No, Tombstone.
See you later.
Buys him a bit of time here. Nisha gonna pop back out, try and go for Tofu, go for those squishy supports. He will get one and dance away from the Mystic Flare.
Oh, Ace turning on the Insatiable. He wants to man fight this out for the monkey.
And he almost could have done it, but unfortunately he's running out of time. He's going to have to run away.
He gets out.
He's going to chase after him. They can't get away from these heroes. Sriracha with his Shadow Dance. Aghanim Scepter knows he has to pounce away from this fight. Another good fight for Liquid.
It does so much for this Monkey King in the early game. Then you throw on an Undying with Soul Rip, which is being leveled up by Insania here. Holy Locket as well.
The Aghanim Scepter is about to catch Quinn, which there's a big difference in the impact of these two mid laners. Quinn dies again, where Nisha's having big impact in fights like this.
This is such a fast Visage Ags.
Visage is popping out with the extra 25% damage off the familiars.
The tower's just gone.
And yeah, it dies so damn quickly, and they're not even really having to commit much for it.
No, this is just sending the birds in with an Ember that I don't think Gaiman can burst, especially with the saves. History is being made here as we are back in the game, and Liquid are pushing high ground. That is a free ranged Rax. You pause, and it's gone. Got him. No, Liquid in a pretty good position to defend this Roshan. This is a very tough fight for Gaiman if you just sit around the pit. And Ags done for Nisha. Holy crap, this Ember is big and he is deadly. He's going to shred your backline here, man.
Sriracha is going to start trying to get some hits in.
That's an early Tombstone.
Early Tombstone used like that. Not too bad.
Yeah, Gaiman are just going to wait this out now.
They'll lose a ward for it, though.
That's true. But they have nighttime vision with the Slark. So I don't know if they care too much.
Trying to take away some of these spiders. The push is coming in. Sriracha pushing forward. Gets
Zai on the back.
He's going to be boundless struck, and Zai is going for the supports almost immediately, but he is going to be Mystic Flare, Finger Death, and he didn't even finish him off. The Slight does manage to get it. Nisha jumping in, but immediately hexed up. A great reaction for Celery here, but bouncing around with that Aghanim Scepter.
He's out of Remnants.
We go out. Yeah, he's out of Remnants. That Aghanim Scepter, he went too deep for it. The team wasn't able to follow him up. They were so far away. Now he's pulled his supports into a bad position. A TP away from Boxy's denied. Insania comes in with the heal. What are you even doing there? You think they're going to run out of damage? You've just killed yourself as well, Insania. Oh, Liquid crumble. In a time where they needed it the most, they had the advantage. They had an opportunity to take Roshan. They had the opportunity to take this game by the horns.
I don't know what the hell happened to Mickey. Something bad happened to him.
He was focused on Sriracha.
Yeah, this is just too split, right? I mean, I understand what Zai's doing. I think he just commits too far with his hero. So you get some extra base defense now. Something like a little bit. Birds will bonk Ace here, but no real damage. And Ag's done for Quinn. Tango damage is starting to ramp up.
Sriracha back in again. He's stealing a lot of stats. It's building up, but the telekinesis pulls Ace out of position.
Oh,
he has
got
to use BKB, and they got the Rolling Thunder out of him.
Shard goes off.
Live here with the Visage protecting himself with the stone form. That was a lot committed. Oh, an instant impale, and it's silence. Nisha's dead. He thought this was an opportunity. Mickey, he gets off the Wukong's command. Oh, this round's not gonna last long enough. Sorry, Tofu. Oh, and a misbound the strike. Uh-oh. Telekinesis goes out. The Visage Familiar stunning 3 different heroes. Once again, the Tombstone's going to be laid out. They have to clear through the Tombstone to get to this hero inside. Mickey pops out, kills Sriracha. They thought they had this, but now without their carry, Gaming Gladiators, eats the cheese. Quinn, is he going to be able to swashbuckle his way out of this one? They're still in okay fighting shape here.
They bought the Slark for this. Gaming just want to commit and try and end the game here or something? This is a very aggressive buyback. Use your cheese, you used your Aegis. Ace flies in a butterfly, so maybe he just feels like he's a god right now, and no Wukong. Do you have the capability to defend your base? Should get a Rax out of this.
Yeah, Liquid gonna have to give up one for sure.
Nice psychic headband, recreate the gap, found the strike on 3.
He's done, that's pretty good. Zai into his stone form. 10 more seconds till Nisha's back up, but Mickey, he died so damn quickly. Ace is pumping out the damage now, the nullifier onto the Visage. He said as well, they bought back on Monkey King, but they can't actually take a fight.
Nisha's back up. You gotta get something off this if you're Liquid. Dyrachyo got way too much value out of this buyback that I don't think was in a position to do that.
Depth Shroud on cooldown, Shadow Dance about to come back up though. He's gonna let Ace put the damage out.
I mean, you can poke here, but at some point you're gonna have to commit into the cores. This Brood is taking your buildings, taking them fast. You have pretty much everything up.
So now, aggressive force staff. Mickey, I don't think he can stand toe to toe here. Pops BKB to get him inside the Tombstone. Tombstone's gonna die fast, but the supports die faster, man. Nisha got on top of them, wiped those two out, and that is Gaming Gladiators overextending themselves now.
Can they get anything else? Does not look like it, as the spell immunity will get Quinn out of there. That cost you a Visage buyback as well. You find Ace, but that's pretty much it. It's going to make Gaimin think about what's happening. I mean, this Roche is uncontested by Liquid. I think it's very hard to do this in the nighttime when you don't have good deep wards of your own. At least you're getting something out of these birds in the meantime. Butterfly done for Mickey. Okay, this is something that can help you stand your ground, especially in that Wukong. He needs his saves to bail him out.
Gonna push into the high ground telekinesis, but Dyrachyo's not afraid. He dives right on in. Depth Shroud immediately harpoon to pull in Nisha. He has to use his BKB, and Mickey, he needs to kind of get out of here. I think this is a dangerous point. He pops his own BKB.
This is getting awkward.
Dyrachyo just keeps on pushing forward. Insignia's going to be targeted. He gets off the Tombstone. But Dyrachyo might just lose his life. No, he gets off the Shadow Dance. He still has Depth Shroud work with Engages. He is doing so much right now, but he will finally know maybe the AoE damage. He loses his Aegis.
He doesn't have anything.
Where is Zai? Zai has been keeping all the rest of the heroes at bay. He cost him his life, though, and he's now dead for 95 seconds. They're not going to stop him, and they have this window. 40 seconds to try and go for Megas. Liquid, what are you going to do? There's another push coming from Gaming Gladiators.
And another Dyrachyo poke that they don't have an answer for.
Yeah, just let Ace do the damage onto the building.
They're just getting Megas here.
Dyrachyo is keeping all the heroes at bay. A range barracks is left. Ace is going to go for it. He's got it.
This is your chance. Get core kills.
Oh no,
game might just be impossible.
Monkey King got knocked out. Double impale. He got impaled as well. No Wukong's command. No buyback from him either.
And they're against Megas, as Ace just said, good job, Dyrachyo. I'll take advantage of that space you've created and be the real carry in this game. A single slip-up cost a Roshan, and that single Roshan cost Liquid so much in this game one. Time to put the finishing touches on it here if you're Gaimin and Dyrachyo. He might not have level 25. I don't think he gives a damn.
No, Dyrachyo's been aggressive this entire game, and he's going to keep it up here. They're not going to let Liquid get a breather. He's going to keep it going. Zai, with this stone form, trying to keep the heroes back. Celebrate's low. They do manage to finish him up. The Mystic Flare going to work onto the Visage. Not quite enough damage. A buyback immediately out of Celery. Once again, trying to keep this going. Boxy jumps forward a little bit too far forward. Tombstone buys him a little bit of a window of time. Dyrachyo keeps himself up with the Depth Shroud. But again, the three-man of Liquid is holding. 45 seconds left on the Monkey King.
And 45 seconds is an eternity here. And that's like 3 more goes from Dyrachyo at this rate. I don't know if there's anywhere to hide. He is straight back in after healing, straight back into the harpoon.
Oh, the blocks! It's just enough.
Fountain will not save you.
KB, the physical damage isn't enough either. They're diving in so deep for Nisha, but he still managed to keep himself alive. Ace, meanwhile, buildings. He's going half health right now. 18 seconds left until the Monkey King's back up. Quinn diving over to the side. He's going to finish off the buildings in style. And Gaming Gladiators make the comeback. They will continue to keep their goddamn foots on Liquid's throats. They're not letting them get anything out of them in any of these series.
Man, that was one of the most aggressive 10 minutes from a Slark player I've ever seen.
Insane.
He was just 1v4ing, 1v5ing, absolutely no cares in the world. Plays those cooldowns. I mean, this is another draft where I feel like you did force gaming a bit out of their comfort zone, right? There's no massive aura buyer here between the 3 cores, which I think is kind of a win. Like, you have to take the downside somewhere against this team. He's going to drag the breaker off the lane, which means Zai is going to get zoned off bottom versus an Undying Morphling lane, a pretty damn tough lane.
But they get first blood on the other side.
Yeah, Monkey King able to put level 2 tree dance to work earlier on this lane and connect for the kill. Still, this is gonna be one of those games where, you know, you pick this Pango third, you know it's gonna have a rough lane, it's gonna have a counter pick. You're just making it elsewhere on the side lanes and gonna let Quinn come back off of some team fighting.
Oh, we got him with the side blades.
I saw that lining up in my mind, and
it came into reality.
Yeah, gaming do not have much incentive to make this game chaotic. I think they're very happy playing the lane matchups outside of maybe Quinn, who might try and, you know, gank a side lane or something.
Mickey gonna be caught by the gank. The rotation from the supports with the tombstone out. There is no response from Liquid here.
And this is what this draft is designed to do.
Boy, this is just terrible. They have to put a support in, an extra support in that top lane to kind of like push back against the Razor aggression. But it frees up supports elsewhere. It means that Gaming Gladiators may have gets bumped over to the other side of this cliff area here. Nisha going to be hit a couple more times perhaps. Quinn is going to go for the support kill instead. Lining it up on the Rubik. Dyrachyo joining in on this fight. Still not quite enough with the swashbuckle to finish him off thanks to that Arcane Rune.
As Arcane Rune's doing mad work. Did not get the shield rune though.
Zai coming in through the side. He gets the vacuum onto a lot of heroes with the ion shells, but he did come into this fight half health. Look at Mickey. He has tree danced his way all the way across the map to join in this engagement. Everybody come mid lane, both carries, and it will be Gaming Gladiators who end up with the kill lost there.
I want Liquid to use it though, because last time, okay, Nisha had a really good first 20 minutes and then just nothing translated after that.
Yeah.
You can't slip up first game in right now. This team will punish you immensely hard.
Again, the charge is going to be a bit later this time, but he only needs to do a finishing blow here. One more hit, a second hit in fact needed, but Ace does die. The blast off lands. Meanwhile, Boxy trying to get away from the mines, and he's dead. Quinn is going to respond now with an extra kill. Oh, shield crash stolen. Not the Rolling Thunder he was hoping for. Insania will die as a result as well. So, core for 2 supports.
Still, Liquid finding the big Razor kill with their monkey. This is the Midas monkey getting involved again and taking it to the Razor.
He's got no support to play with most of the time. It does seem like Liquid, maybe off of the good momentum and the laning dominance that Nisha had in game 1, it feels like they're playing a little bit more for Nisha to carry the game.
Not a bad idea if you're going to pick a player in the world to try and carry you.
Look at they're just trying to keep Dyrachyo in this wall. It might actually work here. The charge is going to come through, and that's enough. Wow. Dyrachyo.
Okay.
His aggression plays against him here. He did not respect what Liquid could have done there.
Mana burn's also going to be pretty solid in this game, as well as these lucky shots. You land some disarms on the TA and the monkey, might just win you a team fight.
All right, Avery, if somebody calls GG right now, it'll be the shortest game of the tournament.
It will also be the biggest inquiry we've ever seen in Dota.
Oh, a TA trap on the high ground is going to be able to spot Celery as well. He's going to get a tombstone out on the high ground. They are not going to be able to save that Undying. Nisha's going to take some damage in the turnaround, but Boxy and the Monkey King is here as well. They're going for the kill on Dyrachyo, and they have him as well. Damn. Liquid, once again, coming off of a laning phase and immediately start getting some wins.
It's a huge pickup for them. Second death on this Morphling in a game where you didn't really expect them to die. And 6 charges on that Deso already for Nisha. Walks into a haste room.
Ace, you got to be careful. They're going to go for Tofu instead. Tofu can't get the taser off in time to protect himself against the physical damage. And again, they need to be careful of this. Hasted up to get a disarm onto the Templar Assassin, but there's too many other heroes of Liquid here. Okay,
Boxy sacrifices
this one to get up the Rolling Thunder. He gives his life in order to win yet another little skirmish for Liquid.
Oh, Nisha is feeling like a god right now. He just got 12 extra stacks on this Desolator off that fight. Dragonlance, Deso, Shard completed on this Templar Assassin, plus a Grove Bow. What? What? It's not reasonable, man. This is not reasonable.
Quinn, he might be baited by the fact that Boxy cancels his charge and won't be expecting more heroes to be here. See if he can get off the Rolling Thunder. Tofu's going to try and clear some way. They have a stolen charge out from Dyrachyo. He morphs into the Spirit Breaker, and they do manage to get that Spirit Breaker kill. And Nisha is struggling to put damage onto a single hero. Gets disarmed by the Pango. Something he's going to have to deal with all game long because he's also going Heaven's Halberd.
Stolen charge, going to commit onto the Darks here.
Turn around. Can't even get off a vacuum there, and Mickey gets off the Wukong's command with nobody inside of it. Now he's stuck here, and Liquid are being corralled around.
Meld hit. That's a lot with the monkeys.
Oh, it is a lot with the Boundless Strike landing as well. The telekinesis is going to allow Mickey to be able to get into the trees. Nisha has refraction, so he should be kind of fine here. Or maybe not. Celery, they're going to keep chasing after him. Nisha into the trees, turns around. Oh, that was going to be a bit of a whip there. And Tofu to deliver the final blow.
That's a good Aegis to get to, because now it means Nisha can go in with this blink aggressively, even into a tombstone or something, and maybe help commit on a big core while the stuns are out.
Better to get that team fight item, so when the Aegis expires, they are still strong.
And some defensive items coming out for gaming. You have this Halberd on the Razor. This item goes both ways, but generally it's a bit more defensive to finish it. And Hurricane Pike,
they're going to try and burst down the Pango. They got him. The Taser could not save him. The BKB helping Nisha able to clear through that debuff pretty quickly. And they stole mines.
That is a very good steal here. It's a lot of area control. That's the type of jump Liquid are looking for. And it's going to be a problem for gaming this game. As I said, it's a very solid Spirit Breaker game. You don't have a lot.
Oh, Mickey's going to be caught here. He does have BKB. He's going to get off the Wukong's command, try and run his way backwards. Ace, he wants to commit, but the vacuum wall is beautiful. Brings the heroes away from the Monkey King, puts two of them inside of it. Now, they're not strong enough to be able to chase after Gaming Gladiators, but bailing out their carry certainly going to help. Nisha lurking on the side here. Dyrachyo, what he may not expect is a Monkey King in the trees, who's going to jump onto Nisha. 35 seconds left on that Aegis, so
didn't get the blink.
He's probably going to die here, but his team needs to get to help. Here to help Insania. Great saves. Mickey found the strike, but the Aegis does go down, and Quinn's going to line it up now. They know no BKB for some of the heroes for this fight. This Templar Assassin is dead, and there's nothing Liquid can do about it.
No BKB, no escape. Gaming are just gearing up for the physical man fight here. All those Gossamer capes, the Hurricane Pike, the Halberd, the Taser on techies. It's a lot of disarm and slow, even Elven Tunic on Dyrachyo. Everything is just aimed at fighting this one-on-one physical battle between Monkey TA and their cores.
Oh no, again, Quinn hot here because he had an Invis rune, thought he was fine to be able to scout, but a high ground ward and a sentry link with it means that they will lose not only him, but possibly Tofu as well. Boy, that was some burst.
Mine stolen from Insania again as well, so he's going to put a bunch more of these out. However, Dyrachyo's been playing on pretty high HP this entire game. Level 20 talent online for him, and they're smoking to contest this Roshan.
Liquid don't have all their heroes here just yet. The Monkey King's going to be wrapping through the scan area. They're going to catch him, perhaps. The Plasma Field spots him out. The Rolling Thunder. They go for Zai instead. Zai in the middle of all these heroes gets off a vacuum. Can he get off the wall? No! The Wukong's command a little bit late. They cannot take advantage of the vacuum setup. He immediately buys back. Him and Boxy both need to get here for this fight. But Dyrachyo is already scouting them out. They want to catch these heroes. They want to catch these two while they're alone. Bounce him into the wall. Boxy does that much for them. Mickey's going to jump in desperately. He's got the nullifier onto Ace, trying to focus him. He's getting away from that static link, though. Meanwhile, Quinn's going to die to the damage of the Templar Assassin, who TP'd back here. Meanwhile, Insania tossing away Tofu. Boxy's going to help him out with that one. He does have some mines to be able to lay down here. Ace chasing after Mickey. Mickey going to be stuck. A boundless strike onto two. Can he jump into the trees? Gaming Gladiators not going to pursue because they know they have to be scared of Nisha, who's coming in, vacuum back in onto the two of them with the charge on top of that one, lining up things nicely. They finish off Ace. Now they chase for more. Mickey wants as much as possible out of this one. Turns around, stops the TP away from Tofu. They'll collect the Undying support as well. Both of these supports will go down, unable to get away. And even Boxy is just not going to let Dyrachyo get away for free. His team is not going to follow him, but he is going to kick him out.
If they found Darkseer up there, that might just be Roshan, right? And you might turn this game. Liquid able to recompose themselves, find some footing in this fight. Also, Normal Punch is another thing that can just disjoint Ace sticking on a hero.
Sure.
Like that spells a significant knockback and stun. I feel like it's hard for him to go on a target and remain on it without a
double
BKB.
Damage on Nisha. That's going to be some damage. Now they run into the tankiest hero on the side of the Gaming Gladiators. Ace goes down to about half health before he gets away. Boxy pursues, so does Mickey. Mickey opting to go for Dyrachyo.
Dyrachyo's in trouble.
He's getting knocked around like a pinball. Harpoon back in, Normal punched up in the air, and he's dead. Celery, who chased after him, trying to save his carry. He's going to fall right alongside, joins him in the same grave. And they will live long enough for Dyrachyo to come back and save the day, perhaps.
And look at the range on this Templar Assassin, man. He's outranging a tower. Is this fair?
This is balanced.
He's almost level 25 too. This is a huge talent to hit. The refraction charges are good this game, right? What is breaking it? Another back into the stun, into the harpoon.
Harpoon pulling back in. Dyrachyo has to use the waveform to jump away while Ace jumps into the fight. Wukong's command is going to force both of them backwards, but the Spirit
that charge.
Back into that. Now the normal punch. Boom, 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 and Dyrachyo dies again. He cannot stop these chain stuns. And once again, Celery diving after him will also fall.
This Undying Techie support duo feels useless in these fights as Liquid are just running him down with HP out of control, stuns out of control, and you don't have BKBs on gaming. You still don't have them, so you can't stand your ground.
He keeps on fighting the opening here. The buyback now from Dyrachyo. This must pay out some dividends, but Dyrachyo immediately has to. Oh, and he got back. He's out of that way.
Run, man.
Back in, and he's dead again. A dieback for Dyrachyo. Liquid have halted the Dyrachyo aggression, then they will let nobody leave. Ace struggling to get back to his fountain. Liquid say, hold up guys, wait a minute, we're getting a little bit close, let's not throw this. But Liquid may just want to go through the tier 4s and straight for the Ancient. A buyback now on Quinn.
That is a swift blink Templar assassin right here. He's going to take your buildings very fast. Last team fight, you don't have your Morphling for it. You don't have a Tombstone, and you might not have a Razor.
Back in with the vacuum charge. Beautiful setup.
Disintegration.
He cannot get out of the Wukong's command this time because it's a level 25 Monkey King. The extra big range allows them to be able to zone out Gaming Gladiator to buy back on Ace. They're sticking on to Mickey. Hit him on forward, stab turns around, and looks like the damage is overwhelming. He may have stolen the damage away from Mickey, but there's still the Templar Assassin. The shot's coming in. Ace, nowhere to run to and nowhere to hide. Team Liquid will even out the series and give themselves a chance at redemption against Gaming Gladiators.
Ooh, this is going to be a spicy game 3 right here because you know Liquid, they have some confidence right now. They have some momentum. They've been looking for the wins against this team all year long, and finally, it seems like they're figuring some stuff out.
And we'll be taking it into a game 3 where we've got some serious things to discuss here as Liquid have a chance to be able to break the curse, and it seems like they have come closer to it than they have in the past. Avery, you've been, oh, hold up, Tofu? That's going to be an early first blood for Liquid, so they're going to be very comfortable as long as they get this final hit in. And Insania is forced to take it. They're not able to give it to one of their cores.
You have some independent side lanes here, or at least you have the ability to move your supports around and leave Mickey bottom. He's not going to get exposed, right? Maybe he doesn't dominate as hard, but you have 2 supports top. All of a sudden, Dyrachyo in trouble.
Yeah, they moved Boxy into mid, but then somebody made the call, let's gank Dyrachyo instead.
It was a good call. Liquid has shown up today, and they're looking smooth. Large waves on both of these side lanes pushing in right now. Means you can create some pressure points.
Going to be used. Zai forced away, but turn around and fight because they have the supports coming in once again. A big burst of damage. Celery only doing more harm than good in this situation. He just adds another body to the level 3 overwhelming odds. And I think you kind of expect Gaming Gladiators to make a move towards bottom eventually, to both help Ace and a matchup that he's not having a ton of fun in, but also shut down Mickey. Quinn. Uh-oh, that is a level 5 Skywrath Mage who was looking to get the kill, a solo one on Quinn. It's going to be a close call. Mickey's here with the Boundless Strike, and he dies. Oh, what a disaster for Quinn, who needs to be able to lead the game by force here because he's got a Coddle behind him too.
And the range drop.
Get an advantage. They will manage to get a counter kill, but it just means another kill for Nisha instead with the double damage rune.
And look what they're invading. They're looking at these stacks in the triangle.
So diving into the Chakram is probably an ill-advised affair. Team Liquid, though, in a game 3, very crucial one for probably their mental state against Gaming Gladiators for the rest of the year, are up 4,000 net worth.
It's a tanky Legion. He's got full stick range drop.
Not an easy kill, especially with the dual combo. Oh, they tried to get aggressive with the Storms here, and once again, he's rebuked by the Skywrath Mage in the most deadliest fashions. Insania is now going to be able to catch Tofu as well. And look at this, Gaming Gladiators again. They bring all 5 heroes to join in these fights. Dyrachyo is going to have to get off a crazy Sunder, and even then, it probably wouldn't have been enough. 3 dead on the side of Gaming.
Has Gaming ever been this far behind in 10 minutes? in the history of this team? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably have for some of those BBT games.
Yeah, that's probably
sure.
where it happened. Yeah.
Not in this matchup. Liquid getting everything they want out of this early game and more, and now they can just start to run over the map. Traps. Another duel, no save in sight. You can prevent the magic damage, but you cannot prevent the physical right clicks here, as your Oracle is still level 5. And those Ancients that were the recovery for Ace, and these tier 1s are going to remain up for a while. So Liquid can keep fighting around these while they look aggressively for their own kills. Very solid position. And of course, you're still missing level 6 on both of these gaming supports as Dyrachyo gets dueled again.
Yeah, when you're talking about level 6s on supports and then Boxy is level 8.
We have seen them come back from some massive deficits. Maybe not this early in the game off of a terrible laning stage. This is a good opportunity here. If you can find some isolated heroes, start the fight with a favorable numbers advantage. This is an Aegis Nisha, though.
An Arcane Rune Storm Spirit. That's what they're going to bank on here. Quinn trying to get the jump onto Insane. He's got to be careful via disables, though. A Blastio comes in. Perfect timing, though. And now Quinn can keep pushing forward. They do have the little bit of a heal on him, stopping some of that magic damage so they can catch Nisha. Now this is the Aegis here. He blew up Ace. And Zai is right in the middle of it, too. He killed the Oracle, so no false promise at the same time.
On the back.
And now the Wukong man claims another 2 lives. It's a 5-0 wipe.
Gaimin are struck down in their place right now. Very well positioned fight by Liquid. Get them on both flanks. A fight that Gaimin needed to get back into this game. Now they will have to continue to split push.
One more crazy stat about this series.
All right, hit me with it.
In playoff LAN series, the match record is 11-2.
Oh, the stolen storm.
That is beautiful. Jump the false promise is going to be able to bail him out, though. This is not going to be a duel win, but it is going to be a Storm Spirit kill. And Tofu, he took a lot of damage there. He will survive for now, but it's the Timbersaw who can't survive. Once again, Ace cannot get in an engagement and stay alive. This Timbersaw is not tanky at all. They're tearing through him like paper.
I mean, this Timbersaw is nothing, man. Ace is 0-2-0. Have we ever seen him not have impact in the first 20 minutes of a game?
I mean, a lot of people have been talking about Ace as one of the best players of the year. He has had MVP performances time and time again, and this is maybe what it looks like when Gaming Gladiators cannot rely on him to have an output. As Liquid have shut him out of this game. They're shutting Celery out of the map, not letting him get anywhere out there before he's immediately punished. Boxy might die for this one, though. Oh, a Chakram off the mark. Ace not able to land it. It's up to Quinn with a long zip in to help catch and burst down at least one of these heroes. Zai's going to try and turn around with the Blade Mail duel. Won't be able to get that much, but with those two is still a lingering shot from Nisha that will claim the Timbersaw.
I mean, at least Gaming gets something on the map. That Legion kill is worth a lot here.
They get a kill, but they can't stay out of the map. Sunder goes out. Nisha, he's going to use his Aegis trying to blow up Dyrachyo up with the Blinding Light. It might just save Dyrachyo. The final shots from Nisha can't seem to do the damage, and they take away that life. They kill Insania. A turn, perhaps. Nisha, is he going to chase after him?
Mickey here, he wants Dyrachyo.
He's going for Dyrachyo, he's committing. He gets off the Wukong's command, but he can't get the hits in. The disarm, oh, the body blocking. It's so good.
Too far.
What a play. We got supports, but somehow the shot still comes in. How did the damage? Nisha somehow with a side blade hit finishes off the Terror Blade.
That is one of the most disgusting things we've seen in a long time. Nisha, we asked, where was this man in recent months? Where is his 100%? Well, he's bringing it out here as just every trick in the book.
Immediate silence. What? A use of the Fortune's End. That was a cool play. They preemptively casted it on Quinn, so when he got silenced, well, a cute play like that still does not result in a clean win for Gaming Gladiators. Fortunately, Mickey was not able to get the Boundless Strike off in time. They still trade out supports, but now he's found Ace.
Double silence.
Used the Lotus Sword, but there was a second TA trap there for a second silence against the Timber. This man can't find a win anywhere, Avery.
I don't know, Nisha's just way too good right now. He's actually just way too good. These are some nice comeback moves from Gaming.
Whoa, Mickey's in deep here. Mickey is all by himself here. A Boundless Strike that hits 3, but he couldn't get the Jiku stacks in time. Liquid are slipping up a little bit here.
Keeping this lead stable for now. They found another Arcane Rune for Quinn, and the Terrorblade Illusions are splitting out this map. More.
Mickey, another pick off on the carry of Team Liquid.
I think you cannot afford to give too many of these away. These are some bad deaths on the Monkey King. Zai's going to find another duel win, so...
I mean, he's got 2 other carries, I guess, so maybe Monkey King isn't the be-all, end-all, as at this point, Zai is actually much bigger than him with 150 damage and 1,000 net worth lead on the Monkey King.
I mean, the Blinding Light's not so useful now into the BKB, but it's still something that can prolong those engagements, maybe turn it around, guarantee a Sunder here. This game is not won yet by any means. Quinn is still looking aggressively.
Long zip in with the Glimmer Cape.
Did have a shield
up. Do they have any follow-up stuns? Not quite.
That's all his mana.
Of his mana. He's going to get a bit of a help from the Chakra Magic. They're going to try and play around this ward. Mickey's going for it, though. Nisha follows him up on this one, too, but I think Mickey is nervous about giving away too much like he's done before. They're still going to chase.
Balance in one. They're looking for the duel.
Side, closing in. He's going to get the duel on the Terror Blade. It's a false promise. It barely goes off. He has a chance to be able to get off a good Sunder, but do they have the staying power in this fight? They all run away from Duraccio. They don't give him the chance to get off a Sunder. Oh, man. That was the closest of saves, and it's still not enough.
Give this man an Aegis. He deserves it.
He certainly does. He's put on one hell of a performance in this series. And the dangerous part, just like game 2, is Templar Assassin way out ahead is using that advantage to chip away at your tier 3 tower. Gaming Gladiators are going to be forced to jump into this.
Did you just press the attack here to get tower damage?
Commander try and burst him, but BKB goes off. He managed to get the duel onto the Timbersaw. That might be a double win, but it gets off the false promise.
Double loss.
Timbersaw, who managed to win the fight as a result. And Mickey, he's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Slowed down by the Scotty, but unfortunately the Force Staff gets him away. Nisha, he's going to be the one who needs help here. Meld, Dispel, turn around, bound the strike, almost finishing him off. A side hit, not quite enough, but he backs away to the high ground. Quinn, who used all of his mana to be able to jump in, walks away. Liquid will do the same because that initiation goes wrong. Celery comes in the clutch with a false promise to turn it.
Then all of a sudden, the angles become way more open for Liquid to approach.
Better chances of burst damage, like overwhelming odds. Nisha poking up the high ground once again, doing some serious damage to this melee barracks. They're going to have to formulate a response here for that instant silence. Oh, fortunately, the limited disable. Zai couldn't get there for the duel because Celery was a bit late. Fortunately, they still have a glyph, so they will keep the melee barracks alive. With the Wukong's command being used, Liquid, are they going to be comfortable jumping here? They actually do not finish up the melee barracks. They're going to be jumped here, but the telekinesis gets them away. Again. And a second jump, but a second time the save comes through. The Lotus Orb without the false promise, I should note. Celery stopping that one last second.
Because normally I think you get this item when you're snowballing on Timber before Dispels can come out. This is kind of a position where you're very far behind. It just so happens there is no Dispel built on Liquid.
Look at how many TA traps are set up here. I mean, Quinn, that's the area he wants to be jumping.
I mean, they want to make Nisha go up the hill here. That's what they're looking for. They have one Force Staff on Tofu. I mean, there's aggressive Force Staff potential.
Telekinesis, they got duel on him.
Needs a save.
Basic flare, no false promise, remember. It was used earlier. So, again, no save and no immediate buyback or play off of this one.
A minute left for Nisha to siege here.
And he's almost up to level 25 too. The refractions have been bailing him out of a lot of grief here. Sight the Vice, press the attack, is the response. Once again, Ace jumping in, but he's going to be caught this time.
He's tanky.
Silenced up, he is tanky thanks to that Aghanim Scepter helping him out. He's dodging some of the magic damage. The Wukong's command, the first one's going to be used here. Another silence placed out onto the Storm Spirit, quickly cleansed out by the Fortune's End. And Nisha just throwing around the damage. At this point, 45 seconds left on the Aegis. He's willing to die right now. And Ace will oblige him, blowing him up. He gets low.
The Oracle.
Oh, they got the jump on the Celery. He's dead. The duel lands. Now they have to try and punish as best they can on the buyback.
Don't save for Storm.
Because he bought back, he couldn't get there in time. The false promise couldn't save the Storm Spirit. Has to use it on Duraccio instead. And Duraccio, he's fighting up against both the Templar Assassin and the Monkey King. And he just takes too much damage. He dies in an instant. They are running out of buybacks. They have one last chance. 4 heroes are left to be able to push back against the full Liquid 5. See if they can finish off the Legion Commander, but the telekinesis away. A last second
Thunder.
It's going to be low, and they manage to get him. Duraccio staying alive. buybacks. No, the damage comes in. Nisha, now the buybacks from Liquid in turn. They know this is their opportunity. This is the chance to change their fate. This is their chance to be able to turn the card. They've done it. They have managed to finally bring down Gaming Gladiators, who have been undefeated in this series in playoff matches. They have gone a total of 13-2 in LAN series against Team Liquid. But in this one series, Liquid have doubled their wins against Gaming Gladiators on the biggest stage, making it a 14-4 record between the two.
And in a single win, they have earned more prize money than those 3 majors.